Ways to record your progress. You've set your goals using the SMART acronym. They are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-oriented. How do you know if you've reached them? Here are 5 ways you can record your progress, so you know how you're doing. When lifting weights at a gym, it's important to keep track of how much you're lifting each day as well as how many repetitions you're doing. If you're not keeping track in some way, do you know if you're making progress? Chances are you don't have a clue. Take a small notebook with you to the gym, write down the date, the equipment you use, what weight you use, and how many reps you do. Over time, you will notice that the weight you've been pumping feels light, so you can add a little more. Keeping track of what you're doing will also let you know if you're overtraining any of your muscles. If you're simply trying to drop some excess weight, one of the best ways to track how you're doing is to write your weight on a calendar each time you weigh. However, since muscle weighs more than fat, you may feel like you've slimmed down. In this case, it is also good to take your measurements, so you can see if your muscles are getting bigger. You can find free logs online to help you keep track of just about everything. If you want to increase the water you drink each day, there's a log for it. If you want to track how many sit-ups you do, how many steps you take, how many miles you run, you can probably find a log to download and use from the internet. Your mirror is one tool you can use that can tell you how you're doing. It doesn't lie. Take your clothes off and look at yourself in the mirror. If you're losing weight, you'll be able to see it. You'll also be able to notice if your muscles are tighter. Using a mirror will help you see your progress without having to get on a scale. Take pictures of yourself when you begin an exercise routine. Then, as you continue exercising over a period, take photos wearing the same clothes each time. You will be able to see how your clothes fit, whether they are looser or not, and muscle tone. A good log will have 3 sections: training, diet, and status. The training section will list all of the exercises you're doing, how often, how many reps, what body part you're concentrating on each day, and what weight you're using if you're lifting weights. It is also a good idea to write down how you feel before you exercise and then again afterwards. The diet section is where you keep track of what you eat and drink each day. If you're not eating as many carbs, you'll want to know how many carbs you're eating. Track your calories, too. Knowing how much water you drink, as well as how much sodium you've eaten, can also be important. The status section can be broken down into weekly sections. Write in your measurements each week. Add your weight. If you're keeping track of body fat percentage, add that, too. Finally, add in the pictures you took before you began exercising and each one to use as a comparison along the way. Keeping track of what you're doing while trying to start an exercise program or lose weight doesn't have to be difficult. Decide what items you want to track and then create a log to do just that. If you feel like you're not progressing, you can go back through the log and see the actual progress you've made, which will encourage you to continue.